Today we're going to be talking about an addition to the CT extractors that I placed on my CT MIDI back in February. So let's get to it. Welcome back to another episode of Festool Fest, the show that celebrates Festool, Festoolians in the Festooliverse. This is my CT MIDI, and as you can see, it's a little bit more than it was when it first started out. I've got the CT MIDI here, the CT-VA-20 Dust Separator, RS-STD-27 accessory kit, and then I've got two top rocks. Why do you have two? I got two because you can link them in stereo, kind of awesome, highly recommended. But what we're really going to be talking today is the CT-VA-20 separator. If you're not familiar with what a pre-separator is, it is a device that we use to separate larger particulates from the airstream before it runs into the extractor and fills up the filter bag. And if you look at the video from last February, you'll get to see all the components and everything that goes in putting it together. It's very straightforward and really easy to use. But the real question is whether or not it's worth it. Prior to getting the CT-VA-20, I had been using the CT MIDI for a few months and had some time in the workshop to see just how fast I was filling up each of the bags. And at the pace that I was using the MIDI for sanding operations, for doing dominoes, I found out that I would fill up a CT MIDI filter bag about every 2 months. Now the Festool filter bags do cost some money, and a lot of people spend the money on a separator in order to save money on the filter bags. Now, like I said, I have not changed this filter bag. This is the same filter bag that I put in that other video, and I've never opened that up to see just how full it is. So I'm actually quite curious to see just how well this pre-separator has worked and how full the bag is today. Now, in the last 9 months, I've used it quite a lot, filled the separator several times, and have dumped it out accordingly. So let's get inside here and see just what's going on. To remove it, we have to unlatch here, disconnect the hoses. And we can see that the pre-separator is relatively full with a lot of dust, and even a lot of fine dust you can see in here. So it does a really good job. This is the original CT MIDI I. There is a new updated CT MIDI I that has just come out, and they have redesigned this hose garage, and I believe it just has the T-lock, but it does not have these classic sustainer locks on it anymore. We should be able to lift this off and see our bag. Now, when you're putting this down, the nozzle, the infeed nozzle sticks below this housing, so do be careful and put it down gently so you don't crack it. 9 months later, we have not filled it up. Now, one of the things about these Festool bags is that they really fill up. So when it finally fills up and it stops working efficiently and you need to replace the bag, this thing is going to be full like a pillow and pretty much hard as a rock, almost like a bag of cement. It's really quite impressive. Now, since we're not going to be changing the bag, we're just going to put it all back together and put the housing back on top of the tub. Make sure it seats correctly. There's just a little bit of a ridge. It just kind of falls into. The cleats then lock it back into place. We can also check the filter, and this filter, as you can see, just has a little bit of dust there. Just want to tap that out. That's all you need to do. Put it back in. That helps to clean it. I like to use the classic sustainer cleats because it's just a lot more secure of a connection. One of the things that I found was that when I had it in this orientation, we're using these cleats to slot into here, and you'd use this T-lock to lock it. First of all, your T-lock is out of orientation. It's just not as attractive. But let's say you wanted to open it up and get into the garage, it just wouldn't work, and it'd pull it off. So if I don't have to worry about taking it off like I do now, I just set it this way and then use the classic sustainer cleat locks to lock the CT-VA-20 in place. And then this way actually gives it a lot more of a positive connection and squares it up really well. So I actually like it this way better. And it's nice because it's designed so that even though this particular bottom half of the CT-VA is actually oriented in reverse, it all still fits together without any issue. Put this tub back in. The nice thing is that Festool with it gives you this top which seals it so you can close it up and transport it without fear of losing your dust. They also make liner bags that you can use inside here to collect your dust. And they sell extra tubs so if you're working on a job site, you can fill multiple tubs and transport them out of there. Through this just so you can see how the system works together and actually makes for a very nice package. I do think that the CT-VA-20 Pre-Separator is a very handsome and integrated system. However, the problem is with any Festool is that it's not terribly cheap. This CT-VA-20 in 2025 now costs $475.94. The CT Mini itself costs $719.74, meaning if you bought them together, you nearly spend $1,200 for this setup. And that's not a little bit amount of money. Like I said, there's a cost of the filter bags, and the current price to the filter bags is $29.68 for a box of 5, which breaks down to about $5.94 per bag. Now, a lot of people out there will complain about the cost of the bags being really, really expensive, but I don't think that $6 for a bag is terribly expensive. However, if you come from the shop vac world where you just don't even use a filter bag, you just blow the dust into your shop vac cavity and then deal with the resultant, microparticulates in your breathing space, then $6 is a lot of money. If you think about the benefits from a health and safety perspective, that the filter bag is filtering out all of the particulates that you don't want to get into your lungs, I think $6 is fairly reasonable. When you want to talk about expensive bags, if you look at the CT22 bags, those are like $10 a piece, and that's when I'm even like, whoa, that's a lot of money. But I think that $6 is not too bad. And now if we consider that I put this CT-VA-20 on in the middle of February of 2025, it is now almost the middle of November 2025, and I have not replaced this, you start to see that there could be some savings to be had. But the thing is, we cannot discount the fact that the CT-VA-20 costs $475.94, which is the equivalent of 80 filter bags for the CT Mini. 80 bags. If I still continue to consume bags at a rate of 1 bag for every 2 months, those 80 bags will last me 160 months or 13.3 years, which means that if I was just to buy bag after bag every 2 months and use them that way, it will take me until 2039 to have spent the amount of money that I would have paid for this. 2039. That's a long time away. Will I still be doing woodworking in 2039? Will I still be around in 2039? Will this machine still be running in 2039? These are variables that we don't really have an answer for. Hopefully it all still works out. I mean, the CT22 that I just received is 17 years old and it's still kicking. It's still rock and rolling. So the chances are very good that these CTs will still be running in that amount of time. It could work out to your favor. Does it really make financial sense? I don't know. I bought this not necessarily because it made financial sense, but because I really liked it. And maybe that's the thing to consider. You really like it. You're going to save some money in the long term. Like by 2040, I'll be making my money back. Perhaps it's better not to think of it from a financial side of things, especially if you're a hobbyist and a home woodworker. Now, of course, if you're in the field working as a professional, pounding on this day by day, that's a whole different equation that you're going to have to calculate for yourself. You may actually end up going through a bag every week or every few days. In that case, this pays itself off very, very quickly. So that's some things to consider for the CT-VA-20. I think it's a great separator. It's saving me bags after bags after bags. I mean, I should have gone through a box by this point. So there's that. There's a link down below for Spur Coffee. Buy coffee and help support the channel. That's what I do for a living for my day job. I make coffee. So if you buy coffee for yourself and for you to drink at home and for your friends, you help me to continue to make more videos here. So hope you have a great one and see you next time.